So for those that don't know me, I'm Menita and I'm here at the humble Highland home. I've been away longer than what I intended from the humble Highland home. I normally do go away for a couple of nights a week with work for a job that I'm incredibly passionate about, and that's why I do it. But I got back later on last night and I've just been having a catch up in the garden and also food preserving in the kitchen. Calendula's starting to come into flower now. Got one big one and we've got some at the sides, and they're keeping lots of brassicas company in this bed here. I didn't have any intentions on planting in this bed this year. It's just that I run out of space, and I'd got the beds marked up that I was planting in this year, and of course I always plant that little bit too much, and I cannot bear to throw seedlings away if they're healthy, and I give some away. I seed swap, I plant swap, but so this became my brassica bed for this year, but it's not what it's intended for. Just look how low the burn is. I don't think I've ever seen it this low. But we have had some incredibly dry weather recently. And unfortunately, that's been taking its toll in the garden, trying to keep up with the watering. And we've taken to using the hose pipe now, and we will investigate looking into other systems of keeping the garden hydrated. Now the midges, the good old Scottish midges, are going about, so I don't intend on being outside for too long, so I'm not for their tea. So while I was working away, I managed to gather up a wee harvest from the garden, of which I will show you now. So this is my rhubarb and my chives, doing really well. I'm going to take another crop of these and take them up to the Croft, and I will be doing my last harvest of a rhubarb in a couple of weeks, and then I will leave that to rest. But these are all very slow grown over the past, well, the rhubarb, this will be the 3rd year, and the chives, this will be the 4th year. So I take some of the flowers and I cut down some of the chives, and then I leave the rest to go back into the ground over winter to feed the roots. These things can't be rushed, and there's just something really, really special about slow grown food that's come straight from your garden, and we even get to share it with the wildlife. So with the chives that I got for the garden, I've chopped some of them up. I used some last night, and I've put some in some little ice cubes, which is really handy to be able to store them and use them at a later date. They don't tend to dry very well, but I suppose you can dry them, but I purposely don't. They are part of the allium family, so along with garlic, onions, shallots, leeks. They are nutrient dense, so that means that they're low calorie and they're packed full of nutrients, along with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. They also have been reported to have medicinal purposes for many health conditions. However, do your own research, because some people do have allergies and do have intolerances. So do your own research, and if any doubt, please do check with your GP first. So along with the chives, I gathered some of the beautiful blossoms. So one lot I'd harvested the last time I was over there, and I've got that drying, and I've also used it to make a vinegar. I also use these in salads as a garnish, with pasta dishes, and in risottos. Really nice in risottos. So with the vinegar that I said I'd made, this is it that I made on the 8th of June 2021, and that's just been infusing. It's been steeped in the vinegar, and the colour and the flavours have gone into the vinegar. Now this is just normal white distilled vinegar. You can make your own vinegar, but I haven't tried that yet, so I can't recommend that you do that. I have researched other people that have done that, so it might be something that you're either doing or you want to try in the future. Or you can continue watching as I make my learning experiences. Some people call them mistakes, but to me they're learning experiences, and we can learn together. So with this, I will be sieving out all the blossoms, and I will discard that in the compost bin, and then the vinegar will be good to use. Now this has been in here for around about 6 weeks, 6 weeks yesterday, so we're good to go with this one. But just look at the beautiful colour. Now with the white distilled vinegar, that will give you quite a sharp taste, but we quite like that. So we'll use that in marinades or salad dressings, because we have quite a lot of salad, especially the garden's being very productive at the moment. But these are just 2 vinegars that I just had in the cupboard. So I've got a red wine vinegar, that's that one there. And I've got an apple cider vinegar, which is just stuff that I had in the pantry. I normally do a mix of around about 50-50. So I will just pull these apart so the oils start to break down, because I want all that flavour to go into my vinegar. Give it a wee shake. Get some more in that. And I'm just going to use the rest for the red wine vinegar. Give it a shake. I like to write the date on because I never remember. So I'll just leave them now for, like I say, 6 weeks, and I'll just give them a wee shake up every couple of days, just to keep the flowers covered. But meanwhile, I am going to sieve my vinegar. I'm going to take this now, given that I'm up here anyway, and just go and put it into the compost. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. But if anybody else has got any other ideas of what we could do with chives or chive blossoms, then please leave a message in the comments below and we'll all learn together. So there we have it, 3 different vinegars, all infused with chive blossoms, ready for the pantry. So it's fantastic to be back at home and in the garden, in my happy place, as if you didn't realise already. This is what gives me lots of nurturing joy. And being able to harvest and use things now and also be able to store things for later. So this is all slow grown food, slowly fermented food, slowly dried food that's nutrient dense, that's had no food miles, no packaging. So we could maybe all learn from nature. Nature's in no rush. So how about we all slow down and just appreciate. But for now, take care. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I'll see you in the next video.